What's up, YouTube? I have been wanting to talk about things, more than one thing lately, and I was kind of thinking them when I should have been recording them, so I kind of felt like there's a lot of information out there that I wanted to get out there, but you know, it's all gonna take more than one video to do it. So I'll just kind of give you one thing that's been on my mind lately, out of a lot of things that's been on my mind lately, based on what's been going on, what's been happening around me. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to talk about was that how in a couple of past videos that I've made, I talked about how you should meet new people, or why you should meet new people. So, well, since through time that I saw that, you know, and watched that, and then learned from that, I realized I started to think while it was happening, I was just like, the effects of what happens when you meet new people, like after that introduction is done, you know, after you finish the whole meetup with someone, and you know, you're not usually yourself at first, but then after that you kind of be more of yourself, and then you're already used to a certain pattern that's been created, a new pattern. So every day you'll see the same thing over and over, and then it kind of shows you that people, they are more complicated the more that you get to know them, you know. And then you start noticing at some point in life, once you get to a certain age, you start noticing that people, their wrongs like and their rights, like what your knowledge of understanding in this world, which is not technically it's not technically what you think makes sense, may not mean sense to another person. If that is the situation, then that means that person is dumb, you know. So, not to be, you know, an asshole or anything, but if it makes sense to me, the fact that sense makes sense, you know, sense makes sense, and they're saying that doesn't make sense to them, then what does that say about a person? That's just the complicated way of saying that you're dumb. So what you do is you try to, like I said, like at some point in your age, you try to teach them to understand, so that they don't have to go through everything that you went through. You could just tell them in one sentence, and if they really listen, you know, sometimes they're just hard-headed. People are hard-headed, and you try to say something, but they won't listen. They won't really listen to you. You just gotta say it in a way where they will listen to you, you know. I tell people, meet people halfway, and then they don't really understand what I mean by that, you know, I noticed. So when I say meet people halfway, it's that learn how to communicate the way that you're trying to, the way that the things that you're trying to do and say, but in somebody else's language, you know. Learn that language, you know, because yeah, you have your language, you have your way of talking. If someone wanted to communicate with you, then if they do that to you, then you're probably, that's the type of thing that you kind of you want around you, people who actually know you, and they know how to communicate with you, and they know, you know, they know how to talk to you because they meet you halfway. So, you know, and that's people that you have to think about in your life. Who are those people? You know, who are those people that do that? So those are your friends, you know. Those are the people that you should have around you, not people who you barely know, you know. It takes a while to create something like that, you know. But if you teach people it doesn't, it's much of a faster process to do so. But the thing is, you have to kind of, like, it's kind of like, in a way, they try to show you, like, they try to challenge you to see if they should respect you or something, you know, because people normally don't tend to just throw out respect out like that. So once you meet someone halfway, then you show them that respect, you know, and they notice that you have that respect, so they respect you, you know, and then that's how you make a friend, or that's how you have somebody who, you know, a good acquaintance, you know, a good ally around you, you know, and then whoever keeps challenging you, anyone can, you know, it could be anybody, it doesn't have to be challenging, it could be anybody, and then as long as you meet them halfway, then you get that respect, you know. So if you do that, you know, and then if you open your mind more and you do that to more people around you, the world starts to look different than what you saw it, you know. Like, because at first it might be intimidating at first when you think about all these people always, you always have to talk to, or you'll have to call, or they'll call you, and it's just gonna be, you know, since there's so many people, there's always something to do. You know, if someone's not doing nothing one day, someone's doing something the other day, and then it'll be a constant thing. And then if you keep building it up, you know, you'll gain all this respect, and you'll be able to have this power in order to do things at a higher level, you know, like work, you know, just things like in life, you know, like you can make videos and movies and shit, and then, you know, or go to, you know, do concerts and all that, you know, or events, you know. It doesn't have to be anything common. It could be just, you know, like, you know, mini games, all that shit, you know, all that wipeout stuff that they show on TV, and there's always a million things that people can do, you know. So that is a process, but the more that you learn about it, the more that you learn how to control yourself, how to control your mind before people start challenging you. It becomes easier, you know. And then I don't know, I guess if you try too hard to make them understand, it makes it seem more conspiratorial, like, so they think that you're part of some conspiracy, or you're Illuminati and all that shit. But like, that's crazy, because if there is Illuminati out there, then I'm anti-Illuminati. So that's pretty much it. You don't have to be worrying about you know, not understanding or getting suspicious, or, you know, worrying and shit. So just trust me. Alright, so I wrote some new music. just whatever, writing stuff through, you know, making stories, all that. So just try to get into it, and, you know, maybe you'll understand. Your words make me think you mean the world to me. You motivated something wedged inside like writer's block poetry. Got me hoping in faith, holding tighter on my rosary. What you're saying, I want a fact checked with a notary. Don't play with my emotion, I'll get affected socially, expressing things I shouldn't do locally. Look closely, I'm torn down mostly. I don't wanna build up a relationship so slowly. No challenge, all I want you to do is hold me down and turn my frown upside down. In my town, I hold this crown that helps me turn these bitter conflicts around. I'm like a puppy in the pound, young nigga here always grinding from the underground. I smoke loud, so I never make a sound on these bitter, untold stories. Wishing I had recorded all of my videos and lives and glories. The fact that I am not a human being, but I'm fact-checked as a body. I have a long, big, old, complicated story. This is the first time I'm advertised in video, so you'll never truly understand my history. I'm an outright visual, an open-minded individual. Been through it so many times, you expect it. The inspect, it's like a ritual. Inevitability has its now residuals. These groundhog days will always be perpetual, avoiding the paths that keep me ineffectual. I spit long, difficult words so that we might be mutual to understanding that this universe has its landings. And now we're entering something new you've never seen before. I got the quarter pounder jar and you go get shit at the store. Let's watch this video of this masterpiece. Agree with me? Yeah, sure. A primo is what's in my core. Yeah, Black Raven nevermore. I can make your mind make you think that I'm all about conspiracies, like I bow down to some type of crazy secrecy. Is it shit's real when I'm in anti-Illuminati? Get on board, know a world we can if we learn to know everybody. I'll lead you to victory, free you from misery. High class in my blood, go and honor history, and then maybe things won't start to go so wrong. Keeping this short when I tell them so long. I keep it so short when I tell them so long. I'm Indigo PrimoDon.